Hello, Mr. Stone here, and today we're going to be looking at quartiles, interquartile ranges, and the 5-number summary. So for starters, we've got a data set here of some numbers, and we want to identify where our quartiles are. We're going to call them Q1 and Q3. Basically what this means is that this is the defining point of where the first 25% of your data values end. We've got kind of a small data set to work with here, so it's going to be quite easy to see where this would be, but it is quite handy when you've got a lot more data values. But this is a great one to work with for an example. To find your quartiles, first thing you have to do is identify your median. So this is our median, right? It is the middle value between all of our numbers here. And to get our first quartile, we're only going to be working with the first half of the numbers. Okay? So I'm only working with 2 and 3 right now. I'm going to totally forget about 5 and 6. Our first quartile is going to be the mean of these data values here. So I've got 2 data values. So I have 2 in the denominator and 2 plus 3 up on top, which is just 5 over 2, or 2.5. So my first quartile is right there at 2.5. That's it. Our first one is done. Now I look at Q sub 3, my third quartile. And to get that, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm basically going to be working with the high end. So I've got 5 plus 6 over, again, we've got 2 values in this part. That's 11 over 2, which is going to be just 5.5. Okay, I do see that. Q3 is 5.5. The next thing we're going to look at is what's called our interquartile range. Interquartile range, or just IQR for short. Our interquartile range is simply going to be Q sub 3, our third quartile, minus our first quartile. That's it. So I plug in for Q3, for the third quartile, 5.5, minus my first quartile, 2.5, gives me 3. So my IQR, my interquartile range, is just going to be 3. That's it. Let me get some more space here. We're moving. I hope you're comfortable with this. All right. There we are. Now, let me get angles a little bit so we have this stuff here too. Okay. So there are 5 very important numbers that will help us determine some important data about this. So I've already got a few of them here. First one is, or the second one I should say, is our first quartile, which we said was 2.5. Then your median is actually number 3 in the list, which we said was 4. Q3 we said would be 5.5. And our first and fifth, there's some spots open. So the first spot is that's going to be in our 5-number summary. Is going to be your lowest value. In this case, we see that as 2. Similarly, the last number in our 5-number summary is going to be our highest value, which, so you can see, is 6. So these 5 numbers here, your lowest value, quartile 1, median, quartile 3, and highest value, all form your 5-number summary. There's one more thing that we're going to look at here, and that is right now, and we're going to say that an outlier is beyond 1.5 interquartile ranges away from quartile 1, to the left or negative, or quartile 3 to the right or positive. So I've said that quartile 1 is 2.5. I'm going to look at my interquartile range, which we said was 3. So 3 is my IQR times 1.5 just gives me 4.5. So anything that is 4.5 to the left, beyond 4.5 to the left, so I subtract 4.5 here, and that gives me -2. Anything that is to the left of -2, in other words, if x is less than -2, then it is an outlier. Oh, okay, sorry. That's right down there. If x is less than -2, it is an outlier. Similarly, we take this we take this 4.5, we add that to quartile 3, which we said was 5.5. That gives us 10. If x is greater than 10, it is also an outlier. I might have run out of space there too. Sorry. All right. So if we are beyond one interquartile range, either to away from one of the quartiles, either to the negative or to the positive, then I'm looking at this in a mirror, so my left and right are anyway. If you're more than one interquartile range away from one of your quartiles, away from the median, away from the mean, then that is an outlier. We will practice this in class, but if you do not get this right away, that's okay. This video can be repeated as many times as you wish. Please feel free to go back and check it out. If you have questions, you should be writing some notes right now. Please bring them to class and we can clear them up. All right? Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'm still going.